But on that note, the 93 Body Snatchers, prime example of an extremely strong supporting cast.
Yes.
Prime example.
Oh, man.
You just mentioned Meg Tilly as Carol. That scene where she's explaining to the dad too, to me, very cookie cutter, doesn't really, scientist
Kinney,
man.
yeah.
Doesn't really do much for me. Meg Tilly, that scene where she's talking to the family, the dad, and she's the dad, specifically, I think in that scene,
Yes.
she goes, "Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna?" That scene where she is drony, creepy, pointing at him. Where are you gonna go? Where we're gonna catch you? Emotionless.
We're everywhere, and
We're everywhere.
that's
such a great scene.
That's what I was saying
It's
earlier.
giving me
like,
chills just thinking about it.
Oh, it's amazing. It's absolutely incredible. You know, and that's why I said, like, that's the thing. That's the flaw in all of the films, is that she's the only one of all the body snatchers that we've seen that is truly emotionless. That she is like, you're hopeless. Just stop. Just give up. You can't do it. I would think that Leonard Nimoy is close.
He's a little, robotic is kind of what they were going for.
But he's kind of good at robotic to begin with. You know?
He's
I mean,
Spock.
come on. He's Spock, exactly. He's kind of good at that to begin with.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like how much of that was the character and how much of that was just Leonard Nimoy being Leonard Nimoy. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, yeah, and I don't mean that in a bad way.
No,
That's
of course.
just, like we said, Jeff Goldblum does a specific thing. Leonard Nimoy does a specific thing. Meg Tilly is not one of those actors where you look at her and say, oh, Meg Tilly does this. Jennifer Tilly does this.
Yes.
But Meg Tilly is a much more rounded
She's
actor.
underrated. She's an underrated actress, Meg Tilly.
She's extremely underrated.
Yeah.
You know? But she's done a variety of characters. She never got kind of put in a place where she's going to do this and only that. Her films kind of span, you know? But yeah.
I'm trying to think. She's in that one movie, Masquerade, that's really good with Rob Lowe. That's a great
Psycho
movie.
2.
Psycho 2.
Psycho 2.
One Dark Night. Meg Tilly's in that.
Anti-Birth with...
Anti-Birth, yeah.
You know? Like,
She's
that's
great. Underrated.
she was never... One Dark Night is great, too.
Well, yeah, she's the lead in that,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, but she was never pigeonholed because
No.
she's a more rounded actress. Again, than even Jennifer Tilly. She's more rounded than that, which is kind of crazy, you know, considering that Jennifer Tilly is huge. Most people don't even remember Meg Tilly at this point. And it's unfortunate. So unfortunate.
She is, and in this movie, and the role is not a big role. She's in maybe like 15 minutes of the film
But
altogether.
it's what you said.
Yeah.
It makes an impact.
Exactly.
It turns the head of the whole movie.
Dude, that scene, like the way her fingers are sort of like pointed weird, and she's like, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? Like, it's just a great, again, best scene
It's
of
terrifying,
the whole.
too.
The
Terrifying.
entire movie, 93 Body Snatchers, that is the Meg Tilly warning scene, I'm going to call it. Best scene. And speaking of limited screen time, our boy, Forrest Whitaker, he is in 2 scenes of this entire movie.
Is it only 2? Is it
I
only
think
2?
it's only 2, maybe 3. He introduces himself to the father, and then when the dad comes across him in the army base. But during those 2 scenes, it's Forrest Whitaker being Forrest Whitaker. Yeah. Dude, the scene where he's got the gun, because he offs himself in the movie, but the scene where he's talking to the dad, he's getting so this dude has tears, and another great crier, another guy that is giving it his all in the 93 Body Snatchers film. And then the scene where Ari Ermey, another actor.
Yeah, he's another one that has those very emotional eyes.
I will admit,
you know?
Arlie Ermey, underrated in this movie, though. I'm not underrated. He's not used a lot in this.
No, underutilized.
Underutilized. Sorry, that's the word.
Yes, underutilized.
But
yes, but he's someone also.
Yeah,
he has a. This is what he does.
Yes,
you know.
But Forrest Whitaker, he's like a doctor. He's like a soldier that's a doctor, I believe, if I remember correctly. He's supposed to be working with the dad. But that scene where Arlie Ermey is confronts him and they're telling him what's going to happen. Dude, you would think this dude's trying to win an Oscar. Like,
he might have been.
He forgot
what movie
he was in.
You know what? I'm here. I got a scene. I got Abel Ferrara behind the camera. Let's do this.
I'm in 2 scenes in this whole 90-minute movie.
Arlie Ermey is staring me down. This is my moment.
Dude, in 93 Body Snatchers, Meg Tilly, Forrest Whitaker are the best performances, and they both have a total runtime of. They're both in the movie for a few scenes, but they're so good. Hence why they're in the opening credits and on the poster, because they are so great in this movie. Like the emotion and emotionless scenes, like the polar op. That must have been the idea. Meg Tilly, no emotion. Forrest Whitaker is the most human. He is in fear, and he's going to off himself before they can take him over, before they take his soul, he even says. It is a great scene. Once again, it doesn't even belong in this goddamn movie, but it's such, it doesn't even feel like both the scenes are like, wow, you guys brought your A game for this one.
Suddenly this turned it up.
Like wild. It's the two most memorable scenes, in my opinion.
I would say my other one to add another to that is Christine Elise.
Yeah, she's good too.
I loved the so when the two of them realize, okay, we can fool them, they pass her, and they all and she says to her, your brother's looking for you, and they keep moving, and then Gabrielle Anwar, she turns for a moment, like, and she says, "Where is he?" And it was a trick. Like she was testing her, and the look that she turns. What is her character's name? Jen Platt. And Jen turns to her and looks and does the scream. The Body Snatchers scream is one
which is only in two of them. Yeah, it's only in 78 and 93.
And it's awesome. And it's incredible. Like that scream is one of the most frightening like sound effects, I think, in horror films.
Oh no, it's unnerving for sure.
Like really is, like, it's so perfect. They wanted to use the 1978 scream, like actually take the sound effect and use it in this movie, but they just didn't. And they wanted to do it in 2007 as well, and they didn't. They created a new one for this. It is a new scream.
It's similar though.
But each one of them has a little bit of a different scream. Like they actually added the actor's voice, like Meg Tilly screams and you can hear her voice inside it. When she screams, you can hear her voice inside of it, So they did that. I think that's really why, but that in general, that turn and then the drop of the jaw and then just this sound that comes from them it's absolutely freaking terrifying. I love it.